American Fork Cavemen. And as always, we want to encourage good sportsmanship by fans, wrestlers, and all those in attendance. Be sure to cheer loud this evening. Tonight is our last home duel, and we will have senior night. So what we want to do before we get going with tonight's duel, we are going to honor our 8 seniors for all the hard work they've put in the wrestling room and supporting you as parents and you as parents supporting them. And they have really shown Dawn pride all year as we visited different schools. So, senior wrestlers, we have 8. Will you please invite your parents to come down onto the mat? And we will honor your parents for all the support and hard work they put in.
After his graduation, he goes to serve a mission
We have trophies for each bout. The winner earns a trophy. And, as always, the winner of the duel takes home the wrestling belt for the year. And welcoming onto the mat, your varsity high school Dawn. As we pay tribute to our wonderful nation by listening and singing to the national anthem. Okay, thank you. And now it is time for tonight's face-off. We will start with the girl wrestlers from American Fork High School, Marianne McDonald. And wrestling for the Dogs, Addie Jasperson. Now wrestling in weight class 106, for American Fork, Tegan Wilkerson. And for your Dons, the freshman sensation, Carson Shelley. And weight class 113, wrestling for Tegan, Wade Eagle. And for your Dons, looking forward to tonight's fight, Wyatt Nicholson. At 120 for American Fork, T. Kelly. the champion, Dylan Hunsaker. And he's wrestling your Dylan, sophomore, give me some more, junior Wetzel. At weight class 138, for American Force, Logan Beaker. Warrior Dons, oh yeah, he'll be scoring, the senior, Ginger Warrior, Bridger Williams. 144, for American Force, Desmond Yaki. Warrior Dons, make his opponents, go home sad, your senior, Conrad Anderson. 150, Correa Castro. And Warrior Dons, Ego Don Coyle, formerly known as AK-57 Alex Coyle. 165 for AF Noah Yaki. Warrior Dons hoping to make his opponent's Cole Anderson. And at 175 weight class for AF Steele Gilhart. Warrior Dons, aka Grave Digger, Luke Gregor. At 190, AF has a 4-foot. Warrior Dons making the crowd noise be higher, Tyler Brown. At 215, AF has 4 foot, and Warrior Dons, brace yourself for a fight, Grayson Roberts. And finally, into the big boys at weight class 285 heavyweight. For AF Ivan Adams. And Warrior Dons, faster than a shooting arrow, Jace Platero. Tonight, as coach and American Fork coaches, we have the girls coach, Josiah Kaser. And for the boys, Eric Spencer, head coach, helping Cole Kelly, Jeremy Lewis, Jared Nelson, Scott Pryor, Chris Wilkerson, and Chris Palmer. And for the Dons, Kip Spencer, Jason Warner, Travis Harmon, Case Anderson, Josh Jensen, and helping Rob McLeod. And captains tonight, Sarah Matt. Captains for the Dons, we have Evan Rockefeller, we have Bridger Warren, Isaac Woodray, and Peter Wetzel. Tonight will be officiated by Zach Noel. And I forgot, for face-off 157, we have Luke Haven for American Fork.
Welcome, wrestling fans. We're here at Spanish Fork, La Hacienda, home of the Dons, for Spanish Fork Wrestling against American Fork in what we like to call the Battle of the Forks. One team coached by Kip Spencer, the other coached by his brother, Eric Spencer. I'm Josh Jensen, and sitting next to me is Travis Harmon, and we'll be with you throughout the entirety of this matchup here today.
Absolutely, Josh. Good to be with you. This will be a fun duel. Made extra fun because of the brother rivalry, and it just seems like there is an extra bit of competitiveness in this duel. It's been great the last few years, and we expect a lot of good fun, hard-fought matches here.
Absolutely. I think as me and Travis were talking before we got started, it's been awesome to see what these two brothers have kind of put together at both schools, and excited to see what they can continue to do in the future with both of these programs. But both schools put in a ton of work, and we're going to get started here with an exhibition between Mary Ann McDonald from American Fork and Addie Jasperson from Spanish Fork.
Absolutely. The girls wrestling continues to grow and expand, and they work hard, and look forward in the near future where we'll have full girls teams actually out there.
Yeah,
in fact, I think many schools do, but we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I think both programs continuing to build the girls' side of wrestling. Exciting to see as they continue to get better, and it continues to get more popular as Mary Ann gets 2 for the takedown, and Jasperson's back up trying to get 1 escape, and she does. Both girls heavy on the ties, looking for some throws early. Looks like
in on a leg. Oh,
looks like she comes out on top there. Addie still on her belly.
so it looks like American Fork went for a headlock, but he hasn't awarded points yet. She didn't get exposure on that. I don't think points have been awarded on that yet, have they?
I think they did give her
Did they
two.
give her two
They did
takedown?
give her
Okay.
2 for takedown
All
right
right.
at the very end there. Addie working her way back up. Score is 4-1 for Marianne of American Fork.
There we go. Spanish Fork.
And Spanish
has a
Fork with the
reversal.
reversal. Score is 3-4 American Fork here with 30 seconds left in the first period. Both girls continuing to work hard here. Addie getting a little high, and there's a reversal for Marianne of American Fork, and trying to get some near fall points there. 15 seconds here in the first period. Jasperson trying to fight on bottom there. And McDonald turns her over, getting some count here for near fall. Short time left in the period. And she'll be awarded 3 points there, moving into the second period. Score is 9-3 for McDonald of American Fork over Jasperson of Spanish.
They are deferring the Spanish Fork.
Well, that was an action-packed first round, wasn't it?
It
They
was.
were really going out to score.
Both girls going back and forth a little bit as Spanish Fork is chosen top.
Will begin
American Fork will go on the bottom.
position to start the second period.
Spanish Fork wrestler here trying to break her flat as she comes to her feet, gets a reversal for 2. 2 points are awarded, making the score 11-3. And there it is.
Fork.
American
Wow.
Fork gets the tech fall there. Gets the fall there with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the second period, and gets the win for American Fork. That's the only girls exhibition that we have today, and we're going to jump right into the boys at 106 pounds. From American Fork, we've got Tegan Wilkerson, and from Spanish Fork, Carson Shelley. Should be exciting match. Both guys real physical, quick wrestlers. Should be fun to see. Spanish Fork here in the white singlets tonight, and American Fork going with the black. Nice little ankle pick there from Shelley. Gets 2 points for the takedown. Starts to work on top. Gets into a tilt early. He's going to hold him there. And is awarded 2 near fall.
2 near fall.
Score is 4-1 now with the escape.
Wilkerson earns 1 point escape.
Arm drag by Shelley, another 2-point takedown.
Score is now 6-1 for Shelley with 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining here in the first period.
Shelley's a 9th grader. He wrestles so well. Everything is really dialed in, his wrestling, his positioning, and he's going to be a lot of fun to watch. He has been to date, but he just continues to be more and more fun to watch. And it's been a while since we had a wrestler to start off in those lower weights. It's sometimes difficult to find a good 106 pounder to start our matches off with, but he is exciting, he's explosive. His wrestling is great. A lot of fun to watch.
He is. He's physical and quick, and again, a lot to learn with Shelley, but a great wrestler and continuing to build and be explosive and work really hard for the Dons here. As we've got about 10 seconds left in the first period, score is 10-2. Shelley over Wilkerson of American Fork. Spanish Fork has the choice here. Elects to go down. American Fork will be on top. Score is 10-2 as we head into the second. Shelley stands up quickly. Now American Fork looking to return and does. Sits out and gets 2 more on the reversal for Spanish Fork. Scored now 12-2. Looks like he's got the cradle tight as he tries to lock it in.
Yeah, he got that reversal and wasted no time locking up a cradle, and he's sticking with it. Looks like he's in a good position. Plenty of time left on the clock, 1:25, and he gets the fall.
And your first 6 team points go to Shelley of Spanish Fork over Wilkerson of American Fork with the now team score at 6-0 after 106. At 113, we have Wade Meekum coming up for American Fork and Wyatt Mangelson coming up for your Spanish Fork Dons. Both guys here, good wrestlers, both guys extremely tough. Wyatt, another one of those young freshmen for the Dons. A lot of youth in this program here.
We have a young team. Wyatt is doing a great job. What a great kid, hard worker. Just a lot of fun to coach.
Both guys getting heavy in the ties quickly. Greg Meekum's trying to work on the head there. Trying to toss around and get 2, and Wyatt gets back to his feet. A lot of strong hand fighting early.
Yeah, Meekum's really going after it. He's very aggressive, very physical wrestler. Looks to be very well coached and knows what he's doing out there.
Both guys extremely tough, trying to get to their ties early. Meekum up 2-1 over Mangelson of Spanish Fork as he cut him after getting the takedown and tries to work again. 1 minute left here in the first period. Both guys continue to adjust their headgear as they hand fight and work the head pretty hard back and forth.
American Fork's trying to establish that collar tie, and Spanish Fork, younger wrestlers doing a good job of blocking him out. Looks like though American Fork just got 2-point takedown and looking for a cradle here, huh? Bottom leg cradle by American Fork. Looks
like he's
tight.
Gonna get it. He's got it really tight. Trying to sit up on top. Looks like maybe one shoulder's off the ground. Trying to sit it back.
Yeah.
Gets his 3 near fall. Gets it tight again and goes for it one more time. It's tight in the legs. Got the elbow in the head, and there's the fall. With 14 seconds left in the first period, Wyatt Mangelson goes down to Wade Meekum of American Fork. Team score now tied at 6s as we get to our 120 matchup between Teague Kelly and Dylan Euler. Kelly, a pretty experienced wrestler here from American Fork, wrestling Dylan, a first-year wrestler, another one of these young Spanish Fork kids that are continuing to learn and grow and build in the program.
Yes, Dylan's doing a great job. It's fun to watch these guys progress, and also to be new to the sport and also be young and wrestling older, more experienced kids. It takes a lot of courage to step out there on the mat.
It does. Dylan does a good job. Kelly locks it up early and gets the 6 for the Cavemen as the score now goes to 12-6 for American Fork over Spanish Fork. Coming up next, we have our 126, Luke Bartholomew from American Fork versus Britton Davis from Spanish. Britton, a junior wrestler, glad to have him back in the program. Did not wrestle last year and has really come back on and wrestled tough for Spanish Fork over the course of the season. Britton, a really tough kid that continues to put the time in the room and has really improved over the course of the season.
He has. He's done a great job. He works hard. Great work ethic. Both wrestlers are sizing each other up. Trying to set up a takedown. Spanish Fork's in on a front headlock, looking to score. He'll want to. It looks like he's got it locked up too. Spanish Fork's looking for a cradle. No points yet. Oh, he gets his 2.
And there's the
2 points
takedown.
takedown, Spanish Fork.
Britton Davis up 2-0 over Bartholomew of American Fork. Continuing to work on top here with 1 minute left in the first period.
Spanish Fork has a arm bar looking to turn. American Fork's doing a great job. Not going to give up any easy points here.
Britton's got a good tight waist. Some of these kids have big long arms like Britton, can able get that waist real tight and then continue to look for a wrist and work as they break them down flat. 30 seconds left here in the first. Score is still 2-0 for Davis of Spanish Fork over Bartholomew of American Fork. Davis still on top, still looking to try and get a turn here. Davis still looking to get that wrist. 8 seconds here in the first. Pretty short time. Britton is still trying to hold him as Bartholomew tries to get an escape, and that'll be it for the first period. Score is 2-0. Spanish Fork over American Fork after the first.
That was a good, hard-fought first round. Both wrestlers were really working hard. One riding, one resisting well.
Davis is going to be on bottom here to start. Bartholomew on top as we start the second period.
American Fork came out to the side. He's looking for a cradle. And he got a little bit high, and it looks like we may be in an... Well, American Fork recovered. He threw his legs in, crossbody ride. I thought maybe Spanish Fork would get a reversal there, but American Fork did a great job recovering on that, didn't he?
He did do a good job there. Trying to get a power half in there on top with the legs in. Davis trying to fight it there, trying to keep to his belly. He tries to get around, and here comes near fall points. Davis still trying to work.
I think he'll get back to his belly, and
he can poke his arm through
like
here.
He got back to his belly. American Fork reestablished pin position.
Ref stops the match. Blood time.
For near fall awarded to AF. Stoppage to blood time, Spanish Fork.
The score is now at 4-2 for Bartholomew over Davis. Bartholomew of American Fork, Davis of Spanish. After the blood time here, Davis is going to start back on bottom. Bartholomew will be back on top, and with 1 minute and 3 seconds left here in the second period. Both guys continuing to wrestle hard, continuing to fight. That's what you like to see in these fun matchups like we have here at the Battle of the Forks here, Travis, is both teams coming out aggressively, trying to battle, taking some shots, working on top, trying to score points. That's the fun thing about wrestling is it's an active sport that's always continuing to attack, and that's the way it's supposed to be done.
Absolutely, and again, both Coach Spencers have their guys ready to wrestle tonight. They're going at it. There's a great competitive atmosphere here. It's just a lot of fun. There's going to be many good matches tonight.
Yeah, it really is amazing to see the similarities between both of these programs, as both Spencer brothers wrestled at the same place at Pleasant Grove High School, and then obviously growing up had a lot of the same coaches and teachers as they continue to wrestle. And you see a lot of similarities in their wrestling styles and techniques as we've seen here between both programs.
Absolutely.
Looks like Britton may have a small cut maybe beneath his chin that the trainer's working on, trying to get the blood stopped and maybe throw a bandage or a wrap on it so we can get back to wrestling here in just a minute. Team score is 12 for American Fork to 6 of Spanish Fork. Both teams coming out early with falls at 106, 113, and 120.
Yeah, it has been a case of pin or be pinned so far.
It has.
Looks like they're going to maybe put a wrap on him or get this cut sealed off or something, doesn't it, Josh? The trainers are busy doing something, so we'll just have to wait until they can get this.
Looks like maybe there's a little bit more blood on the mat as well, and looks like Rory Eyring, the head trainer here at Spanish Fork, over there trying to put a wrap on it, see if we can't get it to stop. Again, it's a cut, looks like maybe underneath the chin on Davis of Spanish Fork, and looks like we're going to get back to wrestling here in just a second. Looks like the bout we're in again tonight, we are at 126 between Luke Bartholomew of American Fork and Britton Davis of Spanish Fork. Blood time here at 1 minute and 3 seconds into the second period, and the score is 4-2 for Bartholomew over Davis currently, with Davis going to be starting out on bottom and Bartholomew is going to start on top in referee's position. Looks like we're going to come back to wrestling here and we'll get going again.
Well, here we go.
Davis is down. Referee invites Bartholomew to get on top, and here we go with 1 minute and 3 seconds left. Davis looking to come up, Bartholomew looking to return. Davis continuing to try to hip away. Bartholomew has not tried to return yet. Again, tries, is not successful. Davis continuing to fight the hands. Goes back down to his knees. And looks like he's working back up. Bartholomew trying to get a cradle, looks like on the far side.
Yeah, it looks like he's got that cradle locked up, but Spanish Fork has a hold of a leg and he's a little high. May pull him over the top. This could be interesting here.
With 20 seconds left here in the second period. Davis continuing to work off bottom, trying to get that escape. Or Bartholomew's trying to get some points. Trying to get some near fall. Doesn't look like we're maybe going to have any change here.
Third round here with no change in score.
And there it is. At the end of 2, score is 4-2 for Bartholomew of American Fork over Davis of Spanish. American Fork has top, and that has the choice, and they're going to put him back on top. Score is 4-2. Davis has got to get a reversal here or get an escape and a takedown if he wants to be able to win this match. Referee cautions Davis on bottom. Didn't look like he had his hands fully extended over the line. Davis starting to work the hands.
Scores 4-2 in the third. There's been a lot of activity. It almost seemed like a higher scoring match than that, but there's been a flurry of activity. Both of these wrestlers are just competing. They are not slowing down one bit going into the third.
Davis reaches up and grabs the head, trying to hold on there, trying to back up, trying to sit into the cradle, and here comes the 2 reversal, and now getting near fall.
Spanish Fork locked up a body cradle, pulled him under and locked up a body cradle. And he was awarded 2 points there, near fall. Refs counting again.
And there it is, 2-point near fall awarded to Davis. Davis going to be on top here. Bartholomew on bottom. Score is now 6-4. Davis over Bartholomew with a minute left here in the third. Bartholomew down, Davis on top. And here we go. Exciting match here. Both guys battling.
This has been
fighting.
A great match. These two young men wrestling are in very good shape. There's no quit in them.
Davis looks like he has an arm bar trying to work it over. 40 seconds here. Bartholomew trying to work. Davis still has the bar.
American Fork's going to attempt to want to get to their feet and escape. Spanish Fork's goal is to stay on top and ride him out. Close to an escape there. Spanish Fork dropped back in on a double leg. Oh, that was unforeseen turn of events there.
Rolls through, looking for a pin here with short time left on the clock, and that'll be it. Davis comes through with a big win for Spanish Fork. Score 9-4 at the end of 3. Referee called over to the table by Eric Spencer. Asking, it looks like talking to the ref about a position here. Lock in hands and see what the referee comes back and says. Looks like he's telling him the hands were never locked. Davis is going to get the win here for Spanish Fork. Great job by both guys continuing to fight.
What a great match.
Great match by both guys. At 132, we have Dallin Hunsaker and Junior Wetzel. Wetzel from Spanish Fork, Hunsaker from American Fork. Both very, very talented wrestlers here.
I think this was an anticipated match of the night. This should be a great match between these two. We have two very experienced wrestlers here.
Guys have a little bit different style. Hunsaker more of a quick attacking style. Junior more of a slow, methodical wrestler that's able to put it on when he needs to. Team score after 4 matches is 9-12 for American Fork over Spanish Fork. Both guys continue to kind of feel each other out, get into their ties, kind of see which one takes the first. And their Junior's in.
Wetzel in on a deep shot, looking to switch off to a double leg and score 2 points. American Fork passes the leg. Scramble position. American Fork comes out the back on that defensive scramble and gets 2 points.
Both guys putting themselves in good positions to score and continuing to wrestle through things.
That was a good sequence. That was a great attack by Spanish Fork and a great counter by Hunsaker.
Hunsaker elects to go neutral, giving the escape to Wetzel. Score now 2-1 for Hunsaker over Wetzel. Again, the matchup at 132 between American Fork and Spanish Fork in the Battle of the Forks. Wetzel versus Hunsaker. Wetzel of Spanish Fork, Hunsaker for American Fork. Wetzel in on the ankle, trying to work to be able to score and try to get 2. Hunsaker doing a good job of defending and working and wrestling through here. Stalemate called. Referees bring him back to the center. Continue to work there. 33 seconds left here in the first period. Great match so far. Wetzel with his head down, trying to get back to his feet. Hunsaker trying to work around and get 2.
Hunsaker in on a front headlock and works his way around and gets 2 points here. 10 seconds left in the first. That's always an opportune time to get a takedown, is towards the end of the round.
It's like 2 seconds, 1 second. We're going to head into the second period. Score 4-1 for Hunsaker of American Fork over Wetzel of Spanish Fork. Spanish Fork has choice, and they're going to defer. American Fork and Hunsaker choosing bottom. Junior will be on top in referee's position. Heading into the second period.
American Fork is in a short sit position. Wetzel is going to try to tie up a wrist and go into a standing, tilt him off his feet, and he got it. Refs counting. I don't know if he got two near fall counts there or not. Did he get a near fall count?
I didn't see. It didn't look like he gave it to him.
Spanish Fork momentarily took him from his feet to his back, and it looked like the ref gave him a 1 count. He would need a 2 count to get the near fall points. American Fork dropped back in on a takedown, and they are in a scramble on the edge of the mat right now. American Fork has the leg up. Great balance.
Junior doing a great job of balance
Great
here.
balance and fighting the hands, preventing that takedown. And no points awarded yet.
And it looks like there's 2
2 points. Score 6-1 for American Fork.
45 seconds here in the second period. Score 6-1 for Hunsaker over Wetzel. Hunsaker on top, American Fork. Looks like he's going to go neutral, gives him the escape. It'll be 6-2. We'll start on our feet.
Yeah, American Fork feels like he's better off scoring his points on the feet via takedowns versus riding Wetzel. Probably doesn't feel like he's going to be able to turn him, so more confident on his feet. He'll cut him, give him 1, and try to get 2 out of it. So it's a exchange of 2 points for 1 is his strategy.
16 seconds left here in the second period. Junior continuing to take a shot. Hunsaker continuing to shoot. Hunsaker trying to get around here, trying to get 2 right before the end of the period, and it looks like he will. A big 2 points, just like the first period for Hunsaker, as he comes and battles back and gets 2 more right before the end of the period. 3.5 seconds here left in the second. Score is 8-2 for Hunsaker. Let's see if there's any exchange here between the 2 wrestlers. After 2 periods, Spanish Fork choice. Score is 8-2. Wetzel elects to go on bottom. Hunsaker's going to be on top. Team score is 12-9 for the Cavemen over the Dons.
Spanish Fork works to his feet. He's trying to get an escape.
Hunsaker doing a good job of continuing trying to break him down. Wetzel again gets the legs out, trying to build his base up, trying to get back to his feet. Referee brings him back to the center. Minute 34 seconds remaining here in the third period between 2 great wrestlers, one from American Fork in Dallin Hunsaker and one from Spanish Fork in Junior Wetzel. Both guys continuing to battle.
Yeah, it's been, looks like Wetzel's might be picking up a defense, close to a defensive pin here.
Wetzel nearly gets the defensive pin there as he grabbed the head and tried to lift Hunsaker up and get both shoulders down.
Yeah, this ref's doing a great job in this match. He was right in position, and I could tell it was getting close because there was a chance there that Spanish Fork would have got a defensive pin. American Fork recovered nicely and is really doing a good job riding. Again, here we are in that same position. Spanish
Wetzel
Fork reverses.
Still
And
no
looks
points
like he
awarded.
No
Still
reverse
no
points. He didn't
reversal
award
points.
reverse
27
points.
seconds left.
There should be a 1 escape.
And there it
then.
is. Score is 8-3 for Hunziker over Wetzel. Wetzel continuing to work here with 17 seconds left in the third. Both guys continue to wrestle tough all the way through the end of 3 periods here. Wetzel continue to try to fight, not give up 2 here, and that's where we're going to end at 8-3 for Hunziker over Wetzel by decision. Next matchup here, we have Logan Diether of American Fork and Bridger Warren of Spanish Fork. Both guys very experienced wrestlers. Again, should be a fun matchup.
Well, Josh, last year Spanish Fork came out on top, and I know Coach Spencer of American Fork has got these guys fired up, and they're really wrestling good. We're going to have to really be on our game. Scores 15-9, team score-wise for American Fork.
Diether working the head hard. Warren breaks ties and continues to attack as well. Minute 35 here left in the first period. Diether takes the first shot.
Both wrestlers looking to control a tie, looking for an opening. Both wrestlers attempting their shots, but they're
One minute left here in the first period. Score still 0-0. Both guys continuing to fight, continuing to take shots. Both guys playing defense.
trying to get through. Each wrestler trying to get through the other's head-and-hand defense. Looks like Warren just hit a cross-arm drag on the edge of the mat and then drops in on a head outside single. Brings his head to the inside, comes up with it. They're on the edge of the mat. Oh, out of bounds.
Referee stops it there. 35 seconds into the first. We go back to neutral. Each guy continue to feel each other out, moving well throughout the mat. Both guys have taken some good shots. Warren's been deep in on a couple, hasn't been able to finish.
Well, we can see both these wrestlers are real grippy on their ties. Some wrestlers, they tie up and it's grippy. Warren in on a shot. He's going to try to go front headlock, and we're going to try to drag out or shrug out of this and score our points. So both guys doing a good job.
Looks like we're going to end at 0-0 here in the first period. Both guys battling tough. American Fork's choice, and they're going to defer.
Great competitive first round. Both wrestlers trying to score. Good defense, good offensive attacks.
It really is amazing to see the pace of both of these guys continue to push, both guys attacking. Warren, a Spanish Fork on bottom, trying to get up and get an escape or reversal. Still no points awarded, and there it is. There's the escape. Warren's got it in, trying to get another 2. Trying to sit him to his butt here. And there it is. Still no points awarded. And there's 2 points awarded.
Yeah, where he's hooked the heel, that's 2 points. I know this is going to be contested by American Fork, but he was behind him and he had his heel hooked. Iowa ride, they call it an Iowa ride. He stepped over, hooked the heel with his heel, and was behind him for control.
Coach Eric Spencer at the table talking to the head referee here, discussing what he thinks about the call, trying to fight for his wrestlers. It's great to see coaches obviously do this, continue to fight for their guys, and obviously want to put them in the best position that they can to help their wrestlers win.
Absolutely.
Score stays the same as it was, 3-0. Warren over Diether. Warren will be on top with 1 minute and 30 seconds. Caution green. Bottom set. Warren gets on. And here we are wrestling with 1 minute 30 in the second period. Warren continue to work on top. He's got a nice little tilt locked up.
Standing roll through tilt. It looks like he got his 3 near fall, right?
And he did.
Got to hold him on his back for 5 seconds. He'll get the 3 near fall.
Score now 6-0 for Warren over Diether with 1 minute left here in the second. Warren continuing to work on top. Diether continuing trying to build his base. Both guys staying aggressive halfway through the second period here.
Spanish Fork will want to continue to be smart, not put themselves in any position where they might get reversed or give up back points. And American Fork will want to attempt to get to their feet and escape, get an escape. 28 seconds left.
The score is still at 6-0 for Warren of Spanish Fork over Diether of American Fork, excuse me.
Yeah, as you said, Josh, the pace on all of these matches has just been phenomenal. There is lots of times you'll see first round flurries, but the pace has stayed consistent in all 3 rounds with all of these wrestlers. They're doing a great job. It was really a great match. Kudos to the coaches for having their guys in top shape.
Looks like after 2, score is 6-0. American Fork choice. They're going to go down. Spanish Fork's going to go on top again. Again, score is 6-0 for Warren over Diether.
Warren into the third
Goes
period.
to grab an ankle. Come out in front a little bit.
Looked like American Fork faced him. Spanish Fork drops into a front headlock. Head in the hole. He's looking to lock up a cradle. At this point, he's going to come out with a... Now right here, Spanish Fork's low single, head outside. He's going to want to try to sneak his head inside and come out the back. Because American Fork's getting a little bit of an angle on him. Spanish Fork either needs to hang on for a stalemate or base up and try to reestablish angle. Right here, the referee should probably call a stalemate. But he's not. He's letting him wrestle through it, and that's fine. Warren establishes dominance here by ducking his head through the legs and coming out the back door, as we call it.
Again, Warren trying to return to the mat, and does. Now trying to work here with 50 seconds left. Score still 6-0 for Spanish Fork over American Fork. And there's the escape. 6-1 now for Spanish Fork over American Fork. "30 seconds here. Warren takes a shot. Both guys continue to work here with short time left in the third period.
Yeah, at this point, a wrestler's up in the match and should be aware somewhat, not to put himself in any peril, tie up too tight, to get thrown, or give the other wrestler any opportunity to score. 5 points to tie the match.
It looks like that's how we're going to win there for Spanish Fork over American Fork, a 6-1 decision. Bridger Warren for Spanish over American Fork. Score now is 15-12, and we're going to go ahead and take a halftime intermission and pause the broadcast for a minute, and we will come back right after the intermission. And welcome back, wrestling fans, here at the Battle of the Sporks between American Fork High School Cavemen and Spanish Fork High School Dons. Just had a brief intermission there, a fun atmosphere and evening tonight with it being the Battle of the Forks and two brothers as coaches. Eric Spencer of American Fork and Kip Spencer here of Spanish Fork had a nice little presentation performance by the Spanish Fork Dons cheerleading team, and then a fun dodgeball game between some members of the Spanish Fork baseball and wrestling team and some members of the American Fork wrestling team. But now it's back to what we're all here to see, Travis, and that's wrestling.
Absolutely. That's the first dodgeball competition I've seen at a wrestling tournament, but they had fun.
And we'll start back up here at the bout at 144 between Desmond Faeki and Conrad Anderson. Conrad, one of the seniors here on senior night, getting to be able to wrestle against Desmond Faeki as both guys kind of work back and forth. See where they end up. Both guys getting heavy on the ties early, working a lot, back into the ties. Two different styles. It looks like Conrad's in on a single. Faeki trying to whizzer through there. Trying to elevate and come around, and does. See if he can take him to the mat and get two. Faeki trying to escape. Conrad continues the ankle, tries to go inside trip, and there's two for Anderson. Anderson now on top, scored 2-0. Faeki trying to sit out. Anderson looking like
hit a great single leg there, but the American Fork wrestler made him work for it. That was, again, I can't say enough about these coaches and the condition they have their wrestlers in.
Yeah, both guys here battling tough as they go out of bounds, and Faeki will go on bottom. Anderson will be on top here with 48 seconds left in the first. Score is 2-0 for Anderson. Anderson, one of a couple of brother duos we have here on the Spanish Fork team. We will see his brother Cole later on wrestling 165.
Absolutely, both of them are doing a fantastic job. They are great kids, fun to coach, hardworking, everything you could ask for in a student athlete.
Looks like we might have a stalemate called here as both guys really aren't working to do much, heading out of bounds. And 1 point escape given for loss of control there for Spanish Fork. And we will start neutral with 19 seconds left here in the first.
Again, another action-packed match.
Yeah, both guys
Lots
working hard.
Guys attempting to score.
Conrad trying to hit a slide by there. Faeki doing a good job battling through it. We're going to end the first period. It scored 2-1 for Spanish Fork. Anderson over American Fork's Faeki. Spanish Fork to first. American Fork will go down. Faeki will start on bottom with Anderson coming on top here to start the second period. Team score is 15-12 in the favor of the American Fork Cavemen. Stall warning on Spanish Fork. Anderson there kind of pushing him out of bounds instead of trying to return him to the mat. Gets the warning from the referee. Anderson looks like he may have a bar in, trying to run it over.
He does. He has a tight arm bar.
Can't tell
he
now
left the
if he
arm
let it
bar
go.
and went for maybe to pick up a crossface cradle or maybe a barbed wire here. He's going for the far side cradle, looks like. And American Fork, great job. Fought it off, came to his feet, gets his escape, scores tied now.
American Fork comes in with a reshot there. Looks like he's got it in. Anderson, both guys continue to wrestle. American Fork now on top. Anderson trying to get to his belly. American Fork getting near fall. Looking for a pin here. Anderson trying to fight off his back. Still trying to fight, still trying to work, and there it is. A fall for American Fork. At 144, Conrad Anderson falls to Desmond Faeki of American Fork. Team score now 21-12.
We're now at 150.
Well, they got in a scramble position there, and
Wrestling for American
we got just Spanish Fork got a little bit out of position and caught in that bottom leg cradle, and sometimes that's the way it goes. It was a good match.
Now at 150 from American Fork, we have Andy Groh against Spanish Fork's Alex Coyle. All the matches tonight here, Travis, have been awesome. I don't expect this one to be much different. Alex, a guy that likes to attack, likes to get the legs in, and immediately goes and gets two and does exactly that. Gets the legs in and tries to spread them out. Starts to go to work in the...
Yeah, he's going to flatten him out, look for a power half, and look to get some points early in the first round.
And that's exactly what he's doing. Grow a tall body, hard to continue to stretch some of these guys out, but Alex coming over on top, and Grow comes out the back for two, and Alex goes right back and gets the two back that he had before. Score is now 4-2 at 150 pounds.
There, another high-paced, fast match. Yep. Guys going after it. There were 6 points scored in the first 35 seconds of that match, so lots of fun.
Alex got the legs in, trying to ride here with a minute left in the first period. Score 4-2. Potentially dangerous called, and start back to the center with Grow down and Coyle on top. Looks like Coyle's going to go to an alternative start here. Alex working on top here. Trying to step through. Looking for a wrist.
Spanish Fork was in a Turk position there. It looks like he's came out of that and reestablished crossbody ride. 20 seconds left. I think this will probably end the round with these wrestlers in this position.
About 10 seconds left. American Fork's trying to work here. Trying to work up and get an escape. Coyle's got to return him. And does with 2 seconds left in the period. We go back to the center. Score 4-2 for Spanish Fork over American Fork.
What's going on? Hey, we're just good to have a visit from one of our coaches here, Ammon Collins. One of our upper weight coaches, does a great job. Always glad to see him come back.
Alex chooses bottom here at 150. Tries to get a stand up. Grow looking to return. Grow doing a good job here, working on top as Coyle tries to get up and get the escape.
Ammon, anything you want to say to Don Nation? Coach Collins says, go Dons.
Ammon here continue to try to help the team out as Alex tries to get the escape. Turns in and does. Score is 5-2 as Coyle goes quickly to the fireman's. Gets it. Looks like he's got the bar as well. Trying to keep that wrist if he can. Try to get it above the elbow to keep it legal.
Yeah, he's got the legs. He's looking to put the opponent's arm behind his head and sit back into a guillotine. American Fork's doing a great job keeping position. It's actually holding base. And Spanish Fork will need to get that other leg secured and want to extend.
Again,
he really wants to
potentially
extend the
dangerous call.
opponent out and get him flat before he attempts the turn. Or we won't run the risk of getting too high and giving up a reversal there.
Score is 7-3 as Coyle chooses neutral. Start here with a minute in the second period. Both guys coming out fighting.
Yeah, great match. I mean, these have just been great matches to watch. Coyle's going to look for an inside tie roll to a tricep and look for fireman's, but there actually slide by for 2.
30 seconds left here in the second period. Score now 9-3 for Coyle over Grow. Coyle for Spanish Fork, Grow for American Fork.
Coyle has the near leg in. Actually, we'll call a Merkel position. He's looking to maybe to run a spladle on this, and he might get it here.
He's got short time. He's got to work quickly. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds left in the period. And he only got 2 1 calls and no near fall awarded there for Spanish Fork. Score there at the end of 2, still 9-3 for Coyle of Spanish Fork over Grow of American Fork. Grow chooses bottom.
Well, I thought there was maybe 2 near fall there, but you know, the ref's right down there in great position, and he's doing a good job on this match, so apparently there wasn't. Coyle returned into the mat with a roll through tilt. He's got the bottom leg. Spanish Fork has a bottom leg. He's looking to raise that up and expose his opponent's back.
See if he can get up to his feet. Goes back and puts the legs in. 9-3 here still for Coyle over Grow.
American Fork wrestler, very flexible and hard, and really hard to turn.
Another stoppage for caution. Potentially dangerous on the shoulder. Go back to neutral. Score is 9-4. Minute 17 left here in the third. Both guys continue to attack. Coyle goes back to his fireman's. Gets 2.
He's got that bottom leg. If he would lift, he can lift that up and shelf it and take that right into a cradle. Again, this is a hard wrestler to turn. American Fork wrestler is doing a great job in preventing turns. Not giving up any back points.
48 seconds left here in the third period. Score is 11-4. Coyle comes out in front. American Fork continue to work up, try to get it to his feet.
Spanish Fork in a front and 3/4. Nelson looking to
try and get him to turn here. It's like Green gets called for stalling. Spanish Fork called for stalling on top. 16 seconds left. Score is 11-4. Coyle tries to get a Turk here. Short time. He's got to go quickly. And it looks like that's how we're going to end. Score 11-4. Spanish Fork gets the decision over American Fork. Team score now 15-21 for American Fork over Spanish Fork. At 157 pounds, we have Luke Hafen. And for Spanish Fork, we've got Micah Anderson. Should be another fun match. Again, another one of the brothers on the team. Micah and his brother Ammon. Dad helps the coach at the junior high. Both these guys, very good wrestlers. Micah going heavy at the head early, trying to get a snap down. He's got the head to the mat, comes back to his feet, breaks ties, and goes back at it again.
Absolutely. Well said, Josh. Perfect description of the sequence there.
Micah goes for an ankle pick, looked like.
Spanish Fork dropped in on an ankle pick and scores 2 takedown.
Micah trying to return. American Fork doing a good job. Hafen doing a good job. Looks like Anderson has a half in. Comes back. Hafen trying to sit out. Anderson continues to try to chase him around the mat. Both guys working tough here. You can tell both guys very well coached. Both guys working hard, not afraid to compete.
Absolutely. What a great sporting event.
It's always fun to see the atmosphere. A lot of people out here tonight at Spanish Fork for the Battle of the Forks between American Fork and Spanish Fork. Well, a fun event for the whole community. Both sides do a great job of supporting each other's wrestlers.
Absolutely. The crowd's really into this match, and an educated crowd too. They know what's going on. They know what's going on, and when points are about to be scored, they sense it and see it. Oh, and again there.
Micah elevates the leg. He's got a half in. He's trying to run it over. Only 13 seconds left. He's got to go. Short time here if he wants to get any near fall. American Fork doing a good job of battling on the bottom. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And it looks like we're going to end the first period with a score of 2-0 for Spanish Fork Anderson over Hafen of American Fork. Spanish Fork has choice in the first. American Fork just chooses to go to the feet and start in neutral. Bout here at 157. Both guys again shooting, working. Good little single there from Hafen. Anderson trying to battle out of it. Trying to kick his leg out. Trying to fight back. Good job of balance as he tries to get that leg free. Hafen trying to return, trying to trip there.
Yeah, American Fork hit a nice shot. Spanish Fork's doing a great job of defending it, and still no points awarded. It's a great scramble there. Looks like 2 points, American Fork.
And there it is. 2 points awarded for American Fork. American Fork now on top with Hafen. Anderson on bottom of Spanish Fork. Spanish Fork wrestling in the white singlets. American Fork wrestling in the black singlets. Fun matchup tonight. 50 seconds left here in the second period. Anderson trying to work up and away. Hafen trying to return. They go out of bounds, and we'll start back in the middle. Anderson on bottom, Hafen on top. Caution on red. Didn't cover the elbow. Referee's going to back him off. Let Anderson get set, and then Hafen's going to come back on. Hafen back on, and we start here with 45 seconds left in the second. Hafen trying to get an arm bar. Anderson trying to get his arm back. Micah trying to come up. Hafen's got a return, and does. 29 seconds here. Anderson trying to get the point. Hafen trying to keep him from getting it. And out of bounds we go with 19 seconds to go. Both wrestlers again still working hard, wrestling tough.
Absolutely, it's more of the same, but the same's all good because
yeah, it is.
You're just battling
Both.
in every match, in every position, every
Both
round.
teams wrestling really tough. Anderson trying to get the escape here. Looks like he's got his ankle caught, trying to stand up. 10 seconds here left in the second period. Anderson's to his feet. Hafen's trying to drop down into that leg, trying to keep him from getting up. It looks like he can't get the escape. And we're headed into the third. Both guys, you can tell, pretty exhausted. Spanish Fork has choice. Spanish Fork elects to be in the bottom referee's position, which put Hafen back on top. Both guys, again, doing a great job. Both guys exhausted here as we head into the third. Another caution here on red. Next caution will be cost Hafen a point. Score is 21-15 for the Cavemen over the Dons currently, and the team score. Score is 2-2 in this bout between Anderson and Hafen.
Well, this one is definitely two well-matched wrestlers and not really making too many mistakes. Scores 2-2. American Fork hits an arm bar. Is attempting to turn. Spanish Fork's countering, keeping that inside hip down, trying to keep that shoulder low, and out of bounds at the last minute. That was, Spanish Fork was in peril there, and he drove him out of bounds, which will allow for a reset on bottom position.
Referee calling over head coach of American Fork, Eric Spencer. Didn't like something that was said for the team bench of American Fork there. It's always tough when, you know, a referee has to make those decisions at the edge of the mat. Each guy calls it a little bit differently. Obviously, there's rules that continue to protect each wrestler, and both teams know that, but each ref obviously has his own interpretation of what out of bounds means and when they call it.
You know, when they went out of bounds and the turn occurred at the same time, about the same time the turn occurred, the American Forks wrestler's feet didn't stay in bounds. Had his feet stayed in bounds, I would. But at that point, you have to follow the rules, and the call was the right call. It's just disappointing. It's an emotional sport.
Absolutely. Both guys working really hard here.
Big match on the line.
Micah trying to work to his feet as Hafen tries to return. Anderson up to his feet, trying to get an escape, and does. Score now 3-2 for Anderson, a Spanish Fork over Hafen, and Anderson's in on a shot, trying to work to get two more with 50 seconds left here in the bout. Anderson trying to work up the body, try to get 2 points. If he can get his head up, he will be awarded those. Continue to try to drag out of there. American Fork wrestler still has the leg, stopped as a stalemate, and they go to neutral with 37 seconds left. Score is 3-2 for Micah Anderson of Spanish Fork over Luke Hafen of American Fork. Luke Hafen dives in to take a shot. Anderson can still continue to fight here with 30 seconds left, and the crowd's really getting into this. Anderson trying to wash out. Hafen's got his head down on the mat, trying to squeeze in there. Anderson still trying to fight, trying to elevate the leg, and he does get the takedown there for 2 with 15 seconds left. Now he's got to continue to work on top. Anderson going to wrestle smart here with only 10 seconds to go, and the score being 5-2 for Spanish Fork over American Fork here at 157. What a great match.
What a tough match. Both guys just wrestled their hearts out.
1 point awarded to American Fork for a full Nelson. Score is 5-3 now with 0.2 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be a quick start and stop. As long as he gets it tight here, should be fine. Caution green. And there it is. Winner by decision, Micah Anderson of Spanish Fork over American Fork's Luke Hafen. Score of 5-3, which brings our team scores a little closer, 18-21 now, still in the favor of American Fork as we get to 165, and Noah Fiecki versus Cole Anderson of Spanish Fork. Fiecki coming out early, Anderson looking to defend, Fiecki continuing to shoot. Again, both guys pushing the pace like we've seen in every single bout here tonight, Travis, which is what we love and what's great about wrestling.
Absolutely. I can't imagine anyone not enjoying this competition here tonight. It's been a great atmosphere, good vibe in the gym. Guys are going at it, competing. And they are competing right up until the buzzer, aren't they, Josh? They are really working hard.
Fiecki, a good, strong wrestler. Both these guys really, really strong here at 165. Cole Anderson probably a little bit light here, but wrestling heavier than he normally does as he wrestles Fiecki of American Fork. Again, American Fork in the black singlets tonight. Spanish Fork in the white singlets. Both guys kind of stuck here. Anderson got an arm. Came in on the shot, wasn't able to get anything. Fiecki trying to throw him out of bounds. Right here on the edge, both guys continuing to work, continuing to fight. Still wrestling tough.
Wrestling tough. Both wrestlers doing a great job on the edge of the mat.
Come back and neutral in the center. 30 seconds to go. Score is still 0-0. And a great bout to hear Noah Fiecki and Cole Anderson. Both guys now looking to set up their shot. Pace is slowed down just a little, but both guys continuing to work. 18 seconds left here in the first. Short time here left in the first with 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and it looks like it'll end the first period with a 0-0 score here at 165 between American Fork's Noah Fiecki and Spanish Fork's Cole Anderson. American Fork to first, Spanish Fork choosing bottom. American Fork will be on top. Score still 0-0 as we head into the start of the second period.
Spanish Fork is in a short sit position, looking to get an escape or even potentially a reversal.
Looks like
American
Fiecki's
Fork
got a bar
has
in.
locked up an arm bar on. Spanish Fork, he's looking to run it. It looks like he's getting back points. And Spanish Fork wrestler's in trouble at this time. Right?
Anderson still trying to fight here off his back as Fiecki's trying to get the pin. Anderson trying to belly out, bridges hard, gets his arm stuck, still trying to fight back through. Still trying to fight back up with 1 minute 13 seconds here. Looks like he's gone back to his belly, but Fiecki has done a good job of still getting that arm coming out in front. Still has the arm, still got a power half. 3 points awarded for Fiecki. Anderson again gets rolled over, near fall being counted, still trying to fight, and there's the fall for Fiecki over Anderson. Team score now 27-18 for American Fork over Spanish Fork. Both guys wrestling tough there. As we head to 175, we have Steele Philhart versus Luke Graver. Both these guys look big, strong guys. Look again to see both guys coming out aggressive, pushing the face early, and we'll see what happens. Both guys get right into the collar tie, continue to come out fighting. Luke gets around and gets 2 early. Now trying to work on top. Got a wrist, tries to get a tilt, rolls all the way through. Philhart doing a good job. Graver here working on top. Again has the wrist. Scores 2-0. He comes out.
Here, Spanish Fork's doing a great job sequencing through his turns. There's a fine line how long you should try to stay with a particular turn or seek another opportunity. He seems to be flowing through his turn sequences very well.
Graber looks like he's got a deep half in. See if he can roll through and stick him here. Phil Hart did a good job of rolling through. Luke settles back in, getting near fall, going for the pin. Trying to stick him here in the first period with the fall. He's got it tight, referee in great position, finding the shoulders. Graver gets the fall with 45 seconds in the first and gives 6 points back to the Dons.
Well, Spanish Fork needed that, those points.
Yes, they did.
And match is tightened right up.
Yep. Tyler Brown here is going to get the forfeit at 190 pounds for Spanish Fork, taking the score to 30-27 for the Dons. And it looks like we're going to have another forfeit for the Dons at 215 pounds. Both the sophomores, Tyler Brown and Brayson Roberts, are going to get forfeits, which will take the score to 36-27.
And these two sophomores that are in our upper weights are very promising, great young wrestlers, and it's going to be exciting as they continue to develop and grow to have such talent in those upper weights.
Absolutely. Heading into our heavyweight from American Fork, we have Hiram Adams, and from Spanish Fork, Jace Platero. Both these guys, again, trying to get heavy ties. Both the guys, again, coming out aggressively early. That's what you love to see, even with these heavyweights. Both guys really trying to get their stuff in. Jace with a good collar tie. Hiram also trying to work the head a little bit, trying to get his collar tie. Maybe working towards a throw here with the outside hand. Team score now 36-27 in favor of the Spanish Fork Dons over the American Fork Cavemen, as the two forfeits gave the Dons 12 points, with American Fork being unable to fill those weights tonight.
Well, it's been a great evening of wrestling, and again, I can't say enough about the effort that both teams have put out here tonight. Good coaching on the parts of both teams. The athletes are well conditioned. Ref's done a great job. Seems to have been a perfect January evening for a wrestling match.
Absolutely. 40 seconds left here in the first period. Both guys again trying to get heavy with the ties. Both guys pulling the heads down, trying to see if they can get a snap and maybe work to a throw or a duck under. Yeah. Platero trying to elevate that elbow, trying to get him maybe a little slide by in.
Yeah, both wrestlers from time to time, you think they're going to get the angle and get behind, and the other one recovers, and this is just going to settle in maybe to a game of attrition here as we get into
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see which coaches here do what going into the second period, as I don't know that either guy wants to be on bottom to start.
No, it's these guys are big, they're strong, and they're athletic, and if you're going to go on bottom, you really want to be able to get out. Top guy, and with these guys too, they need to make sure that you're not going to get in too deep on their rides and get winged down and turn. So
Platero's
really like what he's doing there. What you were saying, Josh, is picking up an ankle and staying behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smart on the ride.
Platero doing a good job here, trying to get the ankle. Adams here, got to continue to work up to score. Jace again trying to break it down. Puts the arms in, and here comes the roll through.
Talked about there.
Jace trying to get his arms out, and does not. Adams keeps the arm, grabs it. It looks like he's going to get some near fall points here after getting two reversal. Jace trying to fight off his back here. Adams trying to roll over on that shoulder and get the fall. And there it is. And our last match again goes to a fall in heavyweight as Hiram Adams gets the fall over Spanish Fork's Jace Platero, bringing our final score here, Travis, to, again, one of the best team duels we've seen here this year in 36 to Spanish Fork. Team score getting the win over American Fork at 33 points. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Josh Jensen.
Travis Harmon,
And
thanks for your support of Spanish Fork Athletics.
Absolutely. Until we see you guys next time, have a great one, and we are signing off.